Well, I guess I am live right now, and the goal of there is no goal in this live session. Basically, I'll be trying to solve uh, some issue in the kgateway repository. So let me first go to the official kgateway repository. These are issues, 350 open issues, okay, 352 open issues. I Mayank Sharma, no one is assigned. Okay. Someone already linked a pull request that, okay, 17 hours ago. 17 hours ago. Okay, it is already solved. Link the pull request. There is no something. Okay, fine. Let me see who this person really is. Code critic with a debugger mindset. I like breaking code, finding bugs, and understanding why things fail. Always questioning logic, always improving systems. So basically, he is most probably a student. Ingress. Okay, gateway. Okay, there's no. Okay, basically, I think he is also, yep, a student. Um, Maybe trying to get into Google Summer of Code. I think he only raised this issue. Um, Mayank Shubham 7. Yeah, this Shubham 7 is making me little, what do you say, uh, anxious. Yeah, little anxious. I am a CKA and currently working as the SRE at Obmondo. I am LFX graduate mentee. I used to work as a technical writing intern at Weeks for Weeks, and before that, okay, might as well learn Civil Ambassador and keep content for speaker. Okay, I hope he is not applying for Google Summer of Code. Okay, okay. Upgrade invoice. Okay, fix docs. Open the issue. Okay, these are okay. All these issues are not assigned. Let me see these two Helm chart to push the add container images are not available. This is a bug. Automate security scanning on LTS branches. So this is a feature. Um, invalid TLS. There are okay. This one I just checked out. Okay, let me see listener policy. Network RBAC silently fails. HTTP attributes match input rejected by envoy at runtime. Nobody is assigned. What are the comments? Okay, this is the feature from this. This an invoice rejecting the config. See step 6 above. I didn't ask for E2E test because normally testing IP blocks is default, but looks like we should still have E2E tests that apply the config and check it's accepted at least. Why you be what will you be available? Will you be able to address this bug? Yes, I'll check this out within 2 to 3 days. Okay, so who is he? 24 Ayush. Gateways. Okay. Okay. This guy. Pull requests are less. Commits are more. I really wanna. What is this? Okay. Should have been assigned now. This add runtime filter to available access lock filters. Let's see this already assigned. API key name logging. No assignees. Can I take on this issue? Kgateway version. This is your feature request related to a problem. Please describe. First, let me see who this person is. Okay, looks like someone started recently. Okay, it's not recently though. Very less. Not active enough, I think. Copy repository. This. I think is a developer. Okay, feature description. I need to log user specific consumption in my gateway. Currently, there does not appear to be API key name logging support for traffic policy. Okay, I should not solve problems or issues created by random people which I don't know. Should be focusing on people whom I know. Let me go back. Okay, this person I know. Priority is high. TLS route support from kgateway. Okay, this thing. Okay, already assignees are there. Already pull request has been made. One more. The TLS does not receive status and pass through fails with gateway API CRDs. Okay, it's open. Exactly is this. Follow up PR which bump gateway related work this PR this remove TLS this epic. Is it part of this? V 2.3.0. Okay, checklist. Okay, this much has been done. These two things need to be done. Change the title, complete promoter, TLS route support after gateway, complete V1 promoter. Okay, added high priority wanted. Okay, add the last month bump gateway. What is this bump gateway API to V1.5.1? Define a process, keep gateway closer to upstream. Gateway API releases. What is this? This is also good. This is an issue. Nobody is assigned, no milestones. Participants is one related. Okay. PR this showed that waiting until a full gateway API. What is this PR for? Pump gateway API. Okay. Reviewers with this already merged. Okay, how many lines? Okay, 4,000 on gateway API to, okay. Define a process to keep gateway closer to upstream gateway API releases. Here 13671. Okay. So these are related. PR. This is merge. This is open. What is this? Open Epic. Epic 2.3 gateway API 1.5 support. Sub issues. TLS route. This. From gateway promoted. We mention this. Is ready for review and is needed for 13705. Is ready for review and is needed for 13705. 3582. Okay. This is 1/2 has been done. 13673 13673 is not mentioned. 13671 13673 13674 3 3 priority is high. It's just milestone. Okay, gateway milestone. Okay, open 10, close 21. Epic. Okay, that okay. This is the one I was looking at, right? Complete remaining non-TLS route gateway API feature support 13674. Yep, 13673, not 4. 6 1 3. So confusing. 13677 13673 promoted. Okay, this was the promoted complete remaining TLS. You can see what this is. Follow 13671. Okay, check this. This. I will start working on this. Should I create separate issues for the task and the checklist to track them separately? I went to Nomad XD. Last month, everything is last month. Seven commits that reference this issue. This commit does not belong to any branch in this repository. Okay. Fine. Is this already solved? 3 weeks ago, right? Still open. For follow up to TR 13671. What is 1367? This conformance artifact. This was identified while landing here on 367. So this is so complex to understand. Uh, Bump gateway API to anti-gravity. If I can just close right now, let me open kgateway, right? Yep, progress report. 5 hours. Retry. Available. Okay, this here I wanted to um just read all this. Yeah, this dev container is basically a pre-built workshop for working on kgateway. Let me get my pen and pencil. Why am I speaking with an accent? Okay, okay. Fine. Okay, gateway contribution, scripting. Okay, this is done and dusted. Okay, gateway contribution needs to be done. Fine. Blue. That means blue pan. Okay, this dev container is basically a pre-built workshop for working on kgateway. It is not the gateway itself, and it is not your Kubernetes cluster. Yeah, it is just a convenient box with the tools you need, so you don't have to install everything on your laptop manually. This repo, the dev container is defined in la 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 la, and the repo describes it as a build tools image in this. In simple words, K gateway is the brain, envoy and other data plane is the muscle. The dev container is the toolbox, work branch where you build and test the brain. Fine. What this dev container has already done for you, it already gives you most of step one for free. Not for free, I did that. Go is installed, Rust is installed, Docker CLI is installed, kubectl and helms are installed, repo specific editor extensions and settings are set up that matches what the repo says. The build tools image is for, okay, that matches what the repo says. The build tools image is for Go, Rust, Docker CLI, kubectl kind, helm and other build tools are supposed to be there in tools build. Okay, read me from the actual container you are in right now. I confirm Go version is this, Rust C version this, Docker version, kubectl and Helm exist. So the container is mostly serving as your prepared development environment. So the container is mostly serving as a prepared development environment. What has not been done yet, the actual battlefield from your plan is not up yet. Right now, there is no current Kubernetes context set. There is no active local cluster connected. K gateway is not deployed into a cluster. There is no proof yet that a data plane is talking to it. Kind support in this running container looks a little messy right now, so step one is only partially done. The tools are mostly present, but the real cluster and deployment are not in place yet. What your 4 steps mean in normal human language. Step one, environment foundation. This means prepare your machine so development is possible. You need a local Kubernetes cluster, usually kind that I have. Go to build kgateway. I have Rust. If you are building Rust pieces, well, right now I'm not building Rust pieces, but I do have Rust Docker, so you can build container images in a CPU RAM so Kubernetes and the containers don't constantly fail. Why we do this? Because kgateway is Kubernetes software. Running the code by itself is not enough. It needs a cluster shaped world to live in. The dev container helps a lot with this step, but it does not magically create the cluster for you. Step 2, deploying the control plane. This means build and run kgateway. In plain words, clone the repo, compile the Go controller, package it as a container image, load that image into your local cluster, package it as a container image, load that image into your local cluster, install the CRDs and controller. Okay, install the CRDs and controller, verify it starts and watches Kubernetes resource. Okay, step 2. From here it's getting little complex for me to understand why we do this, because kgateway is the part that reads gateway API objects and translates them into config for the data plane. Without the control plane, there is nothing generating routing config. Okay, without the control plane, there is nothing generating routing config. The repo has local workflows for this. Table debugging local controller.md. Okay. Step 3, deploying the data plane. This means run the component that actually handles network traffic. This is where your plan needs a correction. For modern kgateway, the repo readme says that starting with version 2.3.0, the control plane for agent gateway moved the control plane. Okay, the control plane for agent gateway moved to the separate agent way repo. So if your goal is to contribute to kgateway itself, then you usually care about kgateway plus invoice child data plane behavior. You do not necessarily need to build agent gateway from this repo. Your old plan may be mixing two related but now separate projects. Okay, why this matters? You may have been aiming at an older architecture where kgateway and agent gateway were more tightly coupled. That is no longer the main shape of this repo right now. Okay, step 4, manual integration. This means prove the whole thing actually works together. In plain words, change a route or policy, make sure the control plane notices, make sure the data plane receives updated config, send a real request through it, confirm the request goes where expected. Why we do this? Because it compiled is not enough. We need to prove the full loop works. YAML change, control plane reacts, data plane config, request succeeds. This is the practical proof that the system is alive. Why Docker is the main plan is in the plan, because Kubernetes runs containers, not raw source files. So even if you can run locally. When you want realistic testing, you usually need to build the binary, put it in an image, load that image into your local cluster, let Kubernetes run it same way it would in real life. Okay, that's why your plan keeps mentioning Docker. Docker is mostly packaging and transport layer for local Kubernetes testing. The most important correction your plan look like it was trying to build a combined gateway plus agent gateway. Okay, let me stop for a second break. Transition. Hello. Uh, Um, okay, let me resume where I stopped. Inspect repository structure. Okay, that's why your plan keeps mentioning Docker. Okay, most important correction, your plan looks like it was trying to build a combined kgateway. Yeah, was 1 second again. Um, Okay, let me start again. I got a call. So where was I? Most important correction. Your plan looks like it was trying to build a combined K gateway plus agent gateway setup. Yep, that may be outdated for contributing to this repo. No, that's not outdated. The repo itself now says kgateway focuses on being a stable API gateway control plane. Agent gateway has moved to its own repo for agentic AI data plane work. So if your goal is just I want to contribute to kgateway, then the simpler plan is probably get the dev container working, get a local kind cluster, which I have right now working, build and run kgateway. I have built and run kgateway inside the Kubernetes cluster before. After that, I actually uninstalled my Docker and installed it again, so everything is messed up right now. So I'll do it again. Apply a simple gateway and HTTP route, confirms translation work, start making code changes and running tests. This is much more realistic than immediately trying to wire in a separate Rust data plane. Uh, what has been done so far in the simplest possible terms, likely done. You clone the repo, you opened it in the repo dev container install the main programming build tools docker from inside the container. Okay. What you should probably be doing next, if your goal is to contribute to kgateway, not reviving an old mixed up setup, next step should be okay, I should first give it my actual plan. Where is that? Um, where was here? Let me do here. Docs and project breakdown. Okay, this was the actual plan. Um, um, my plan. I want to develop on inference benchmarking GS software GCP. So I need to have both a gateway and AGMP gateway working together, I guess. I do I do not do any estimate good enough how or this WRPS. Maybe you can explain it to me in SIMP early WRDS. Yeah. I'm going to verify the current gateway agent gateway relationship from the official repos. Then I'll translate your benchmark plan into a very simple system diagram and work plan. Thanks. Why am I thinking? Um, I really want Gemini Google.com. I really want to talk to you. slash I want to CNT array do this ISU, but it seems to be a part of a big um, ISSU, which seems to be very frequently for me to ESPN. Can you SPRNCLE sprinkle your mm, W whatever knowledge KNOWLEDG, yeah, knowledge um, about it on me in EASWRDS, of course, easy words is for, yeah. So this I need to read this long. Okay, it has a lot. Okay, the short version is the dev container is your workshop. I don't know what it means. The control plane is the config brain, the data plane is the traffic handling proxy, the model servers are the actual inference backends, the benchmark generator is your fake traffic, the benchmark generator is your fake traffic. Prometheus, Grafana, Hotel are your eyes. Okay, the benchmark generator is your fake traffic. Yeah. So for an inference benchmarking project, the real system you care about looks like this: load generator, agent gateway proxy, model backends, XGS config, control plane, XGS config goes to agent something. Okay, then gateway, HTTP route, policies, inference pool, inference model, all through Kubernetes resources to control plane via XDS config goes to agent gateway proxy. Okay, uh, somewhat I'm understanding. That is why your plan has those phases. You are building the whole lab, not just a program. What this repo container is, this repo's dev container is mainly a pre-built toolbox for kgateway development, not a finished benchmark environment. Not just a program. This repo container is this repo's dev container is mainly a pre-built tool for kgateway development, not a finished benchmark environment. It gives you Go, Rust, Docker, Kubernetes tools, and editor setups so you can build and test gateway software without hand installing everything on your machine. I didn't understood shit. Um, what this repo container is. Repos dev container is mainly a pre-built toolbox for gateway development, not a finished benchmark environment. It gives you Go, Rust, Docker, Kubernetes tools, and editor setup, so you can build and test gateway software without hand installing everything on your machine. Dev container slash dev container.json tools. readme.md. What kgateway and agent gateway mean? In simple words, kgateway is the Kubernetes gateway API oriented control plane technology and code base lineage. Agent Gateway is the AI-focused proxy data plane project, especially for MCP, A2A, LLM, and inference use cases. On Kubernetes, the control plane watches resources. On Kubernetes, the control plane watches resources, translates them into XDS snapshots, and the agent gateway proxies pull that config and use it to route live traffic. Current official agent gateway docs describe exactly that control plane XGS proxy flow. Architecture is here. Overview is current official gay gateway. Okay, agent gateway. This is the architecture, and this is the overview. Okay. One reason that I'll read little after a little later, completing this one. One reason this feels confusing is that the naming is genuinely a little messy right now. This repo's readme says agent gateway control plane move to separate agent gateway repo starting with agent gateway 2.3.0. Meanwhile, current agent gateway Kubernetes docs still use some shared concepts, shared chart publishing, and kgateway derived terminology. So the confusion is real, not you missing something. Do you need both for your GSOC project? My inference from the official docs is for a current instance benchmarking project, we probably want to treat agent gateway as the primary system under test, and kgateway as supporting background knowledge or an implementation code base you may need to modify later. That means if your goal is benchmark inference routing on Kubernetes, start with current agent gateway Kubernetes install path, not by manually forcing this kgateway repo and a separate Rust binary together on day one. If later you need to change controller internals, translation logic, metrics, or charts, then the kgateway repo becomes relevant. If your project explicitly asks for comparison against envoy based kgateway, then yes, you may end up running both stacks side by side. The current agent gateway quick start already frames Kubernetes deployment as install the control plane, then create a gateway and manage proxy quick start install. Okay, inference routing. Okay, all these I need to read. Install agent gateway. What is this? Agent gateway docs. Inference routing. This overview is in about. Get started. Install agent gateway LLM OpenAI. Okay, non-agentic. Okay, all four I need to read. What your plan is really doing. Environment foundation. Okay, environment foundation. Create a place where Kubernetes images and builds can run. Deploy control plane, make the brain watch resources and generate config. Deploy data plane, run the actual proxy that handles requests. Manual integration proof one real request works end-to-end observability foundation. Make sure you can see configurers, latency, retries, token usage, knacks, and failures. A generator code build the workload driver that produces the traffic pattern we want to measure. Uh, really going. Uh, it's too difficult to understand. What your plan really? Let me see my live how it's going on. YUTUBE YUTUBE.com. I don't have a subscription. This is my which account? It is my primary account. Okay, let me go to my devs account. The home shots subscriptions. It's not showing subscriptions. Am I having? Okay, here it is. Subscription. Okay, I don't need to go to my subscription. I need to go to my channel. Am I live right now? Yeah, I am live right now. And nobody seems to be watching. Here it is. Subscription watching now. Yeah. Okay, I don't need to go to my subscription. I need to go to my channel. Am I live right now? Yeah, I am live right now. And nobody seems to be watching. Here it is. Subscription watching now. Yeah. Okay, I don't need to go to my subscription. I need to go to my channel. Am I live right now? Yeah, I am live right now. And nobody seems to be watching. Here it is. Subscription watching now. Yeah. Okay, I don't need to go to my subscription. I need to go to my channel. Am I live right now? Yeah, I am. Okay, let me go back to reading. What your plan is really doing. Environment foundation. Create a place where Kubernetes images and builds can run. Deploy control plane, make the brain watch resources and generate config. Deploy data plane, run the actual proxy that handles request. Not understanding anything. Shall I take a brick? What if brand is really doing environment foundation? Okay, सबसे पहले तो environment बनाएंगे. I need to speak in English. Environment foundation. Create a place where Kubernetes images and builds can run. Okay. Deploy control plane. Control plane is kgateway. Make the brain which watch resources and generate config, deploy database, run the actual proxy. In this case it is envoy proxy that handles request, manual integration, prove one real request works end to end. Okay. Observability foundation, make sure you can see config errors, latency, retries, token usage, NACs, and failures. Generate code, build the workload driver that produces the traffic pattern you want. 3101. Okay, I got something to work. Um, let me transition. Okay. Iris, IRS. Is still important is to know that student council election, Wi-Fi access point requests, career. Where is the all events? Reminder, read the above PDF. Deadline is 15 June. Okay, also check your iris profile on web. There is an additional details section where additional details section. Announcements. Video section where you have to add your ABC ID. Okay, where is additional details section? Additional detail. Yeah, iris profile. Additional details. Just okay, here I need to submit. And I don't know what is my API ID. Yeah, I think I have saved it somewhere. Land details, Aadhaar ID, SBI, okay, it's not here. I am confused. Sugar, okay. Maybe controllers, codes, realization, I think I saved it and no, okay, yeah, 900 900 9066 19391933734 correct. 90666 13193 Your data has been updated. Students can generate their ID card using the person is Why is it using 103 MB of memory? This single page, 94 MB, 90, 97, 245, 376, 287.